No. You should have recorded
I
in
wasn't
progress
ready.
a long time ago. I'm so upset.
That's
There was a
okay.
lot of content that are
I like to ask
no.
permission first.
one Patreon backer.
Yet you didn't ask.
Josh, can I record you?
You can. Yes.
Can you private Zoom me?
I'll zoom you, daddy.
Anyways, do you guys want me to do the intro?
How are we? What's the order so we can keep a little bit more, or I can keep more tabs on the order. That way we don't lose track. Because it was bad last time, so I'll keep track.
Yeah,
so who's starting?
So let's do this. Let's go backwards. Let's start with Taylor, go to Albert, and then come to me.
Okay. And by starting with me, you're just having me vote on the first game, right?
Yeah, and then the next one should be Albert, me, Taylor, and then after that it's me, Taylor, Albert, and then so on and so forth.
So sure. BioShock Infinite 63.
The numbers are
on the 63.
Dumb. Just ignore the numbers.
I will ignore the numbers. So time splitters.
Time splitters 2-2.
Oh, gotcha.
Deuce. All right.
With the time splitters time.
So we'll start recording on go.
Wait, I already started recording like a while ago. So
are
we not recording?
We're recording the Zoom call, sorry.
Okay.
But we are not recording Audacity.
Let me make a new one. Hold on.
Why would you do that?
Because I don't know
how come you guys don't make fun of him when he messes up?
Okay, I'm ready.
It's okay, Josh. It's okay. Everybody makes mistakes.
Thank you, Albie. You're so understanding.
It's because Josh has a headache. He doesn't feel well.
That's true.
Yeah,
you made him get out of bed today.
Gosh.
Why are you so mean to him?
When are we recording? Are we recording it or not?
I'm waiting for the guy to say go.
I'll say it on go. I'll go 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Tripolar Opinion Podcast. I am your main host for the. Oh, I guess I'm just a host. I should stop saying main. Huh? I feel bad when I do that to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm
that's very mean.
Yeah, I'm one of the hosts, Mr. David Maggard. We also have Albert Delgado.
Hello.
Mr. Taylor Hardy.
Hola.
And we were graced again by Josh the Sound Guy.
Who's gracious time?
Exactly.
What's up, y'all? I'm here, and I'm not into beer.
Oh, wow.
I like it. I appreciate it. I don't know. Well, if you're here, obviously you must have listened to episode 20. And if I didn't say this in the beginning, this is episode 21. So you should know this is part 2 of the greatest, most favoritest video game of all time, according to TPO. Make sure you listen to that last part.
So for those of us who don't speak Portuguese, what does "de" mean?
"De" is number 2. Part 2. Don't ask me what number 3 is when we get to part 3, but it's "de."
Wow.
No, that's French,
I
isn't it?
I clearly said Portuguese, man.
Also, spoilers. We haven't even gotten to the third part, dude.
Oh,
we could get canceled before then.
This is true. Hopefully not. Yes, so hopefully you've listened to the first episode and heard most of our controversial matchups and decisions that we have made in life that we can't take back ever again. And now we're going to keep continuing with the next 16 matchups.
Yes, right? 16 matchups?
I believe it's 16 matchups.
Yeah,
correct.
16.
Yeah.
So, like I said, if you haven't listened to the first episode, we have a whole bunch of video games that we have chosen, and we put randomly into a bracket, fixed by our wonderful, gracious sound guy. I should stop calling him sound guy. I might just start calling you utility knife. You do a lot of things for us.
Can you call me producer?
Oh, can I call you produce?
Does that mean we have to give you a cut of the profits? Because
well, we'll talk after.
Okay.
Okay.
I like produce because it's like I go to the supermarket and I could get some veggies. I'm like, I don't know what type of veggies I want. Do I want broccoli? Do I want carrots? You know what? I'm actually feeling an apple today. And that's what I go to you for, Josh. I'm like, hey, can you do some sounds? Can you do some editing? Can you make this bracket? You know what? I do like the Apple bracket.
What?
Exactly.
What the hell's going on?
I'm not high enough for this shit.
Anyways, we should probably just get right into it, Just get into our first matchup of part 2.
Hey, that's Pokemon.
Yeah, we got Time Splitters 2. It's not even Pokemon. It's Time Splitters 2.
I swear I'll cut you.
Daddy. It's Time Splitters 2 versus BioShock Infinite. PS2 versus, everything else. Go.
Alrighty then. Well, this will be fairly easy because I haven't played BioShock Infinite. So my vote will go to Time Splitters 2.
Man.
I'm next, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, this is the easy one because I've never played Time Splitters 2. So my vote for BioShock
You guys
Infinite.
both suck. Okay. Gosh dang.
Well, looks like Mr. Bagger's the tiebreaker.
Unfortunately, I have played both of these games.
Oh,
that is unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
One I actually gravitate more to, only for the simple fact is I've shared a lot of time with this game with one of the members of TPO, and that is Mr. Hardy. We've had numerous matches.
Wait a second. But BioShock Infinite's a single player game. How have you done this?
No, it's Time Splitters 2 for me. I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this. It probably should be BioShock Infinite, but I've never finished the game, so
okay, I forgive you.
For the simple fact that I've played the whole ins and outs, and like I said, this is one of those games that me and Taylor grew up on playing with each other. Sorry, playing the game with each other and going back and forth. And if I remember correctly, there's like a little chimpanzee in the game.
Yes, that's correct. You can be a chimpanzee,
and it's like the hardest thing to shoot in the world.
Because it's so short.
But yeah, no, I love Time Splitters 2 with all the different types of levels they had. I think I don't want to say it was like PlayStation's GoldenEye. No, I don't know. How would I compare this to? I don't know. To me, it was a really good game. That's all I have to say.
You're making some bold statements about Time Splitters 2.
If you haven't played it, I think you should. But then again, it might be a miss for how games are nowadays. It was great for its time. Speaking of which, I have played GoldenEye back recently, and that game sucks now.
How dare you? It's part of its charm.
I know, but
it didn't age well.
For the simple fact, I was playing with the boys the other day, and just now you have two controls, one that controls your walking and the other one that controls where you're looking. There was only one control for that back then, and I feel like the aiming, I don't know how we did it. I don't know. I just think the game didn't age well, but I'd have to give it its credit if it does come up on the rest of this list. But yeah, for now, Time Splitters 2 is getting the nod.
I also like the stage creation in Time Splitters 2. You could create your own maps, and I thought that was pretty amazing. So
yeah, we're gonna have to play a game of Palooza or something and try to get all these games back. We still haven't got Taylor to try WCW NWO, which I can't wait to just murder him in. So
see, we should really revisit this list in somewhere a few years down the road, where we have now taken the time to play every game on the list and can actually have an opinion. There's so many that get eliminated just because people haven't played.
Exactly.
But I'm still not going to play any Legend of Zelda.
Ew.
Oh, God damn.
Why are you like this?
Well.
All right. Looks like Time Splitters 2 moves on. All right. Next little brackety brack we got over here. We got Final Fantasy VII Remake last year, or was the earlier this year? We got Civ 4. Sorry, I had to do some math in my head. Go.
So I get to start on this one, right? Real quick. This is bullshit. How we get both Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Remake on the same list?
Because remember, it's 2 different games.
It is 2 different games.
It is 2 different games. It's still dumb. Also, having never played any Final Fantasy, my vote is for Civ 4.
I want to say real quick, the only reason I allowed this is, as far as I'm aware, I've never played either, but as far as I'm aware, the difference here is that remake is more hack slashy compared to the RPG style of the old version. So it's different game, but not. So
Yeah.
I allowed
Action
it.
RPG is the term
Yeah.
you're looking for.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
My question to, I'm assuming that the 2 of you have played, correct?
Oh yes, I played both games.
And David? Okay. Well, Taylor, just to ask, do you feel that the change in the game style, and I'm guessing the visuals have taken quite a step up, constitute that it is equal to or better than the original?
We'll have to wait and see because the story hasn't finished playing out yet. But so far, I like this version more than the original Final Fantasy VII.
So not only are we voting on a remake of a game, we're also voting on an incomplete game?
Currently, yes. So long as they keep the nice golden formula they have going on and they don't F it up, we should be okay.
That's
asking a lot.
Well, even if that's uncalled for, look how many times they had to redo Civilization. It clearly says 4 times. So
it's Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, but it's a different storyline. Like it's different from 6. It's different from 8. It's different from 9. Civ 4 is basically Civ 1, just super upgraded 4 times. Also with that, I do have to apologize, Albert, because since I am super PO'd at this list and how the way it broke out, Final Fantasy deserves to be at least in the second round. So that's where my vote's going for, since it got kicked out in the last episode.
How did that happen?
How did it happen?
Like the disrespect to the original complete game to kick it out, and then to have this half-finished game be like, it's so much better. This one deserves to go forward.
I mean,
so I started ducking my head because I could already feel like the tomatoes being thrown at me on stage.
Oh, yeah, there's, especially when you opened your mouth about the original's not as good as this. Now, if you would have been like, the graphics are way better, then I'm like, all right, that's a total agreement. Everyone knows the graphics are going to be better. But to total disregard the original Final Fantasy VII that actually started putting Final Fantasy on the mark, to just let it go like that, you know what? Just whatever your vote is, Taylor, it's on you.
Okay,
we all know what you're gonna do.
So I have played Civ 4. Is that, yeah, that's 4. So I don't know, it's a nice, like, relaxing building game. You kind of try to take over other colonies if you want. Fun times. But Final Fantasy VII Remake is really just beautifully done. The graphics are amazing. The music is just completely spot on. And yeah, the music's just super great. Different? Yes. Well, okay, hold on. Sorry, correction. There are different songs, but they do have the, like, traditional battle music, just more up to date, with more sounds and stuff. Obviously, PS1 to going to PS4 5s, there's more sound you can work with. And they've just remade some songs and just made it even better, even though the original was already really great. So
okay. I believe the votes are in. David kind of cut in line, but yeah.
Wow, is that where you're gonna leave it there, Albert?
I mean, it as soon as I saw it, I knew where it was going. I just wanted to really push the like disrespect to the original, to just, especially, it's not even a finished game. That's annoying.
They're gonna do it in parts like the discs were, except like PS1 you got all the discs at the same time, but instead we're gonna get individual discs spread out throughout some years.
Oh, through years.
I think
through
so.
Years. So again, and is the story different? I need to know this as well.
Yes. So the story so far has been mostly the same, but now they're introducing elements that were in the original Final Fantasy VII, and you're just like, So there's rumors going around that remake doesn't just necessarily mean they're remaking Final Fantasy VII, that they're um, incorporating other things to it. I'm trying to not spoil things, so.
Gotcha. So to clarify, original came out with multiple discs at one time, told a full story over those discs. This one comes out one disc at a time over several years, telling mostly the same story with small differences now.
Small, I say medium differences.
Okay, medium differences. Got it. All right. Now I know the quality of game I can be voting on in the next round. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, sir.
Ooh, Albert Angie.
You're making him more angry. This guy likes freaking Lord of the Rings. It's the same movie for the 3 movies. It's just a guy going to a volcano to throw a damn ring
over several years. Why couldn't they have just taken the bird and flow there? The movie would have been over with in one movie.
We're not getting into this argument. There's so many arguments for that.
Didn't the Cucumber Man play the dragon? They could have ridden the dragon, right?
We're not discussing this.
What they should have
Let's go to the next one.
All right. Well, Final Fantasy moves on. All right. I already know we're one person's voting here, but we'll hold off on that major vote. Davido, you're starting off. Halo 2 versus Majora's Mask.
Oh,
hit it.
This sucks. This sucks big time. Because I do love Zelda. And no, I can't do it. It's Halo 2. It's Halo 2 for the simple fact that I feel like Halo 2 put multiplayer FPS on the map. For a game to change the industry. And I think that's a lot of our stuff is going in that direction. That's why it has to be our favoriteest, most greatest game. Halo 2 was the reason why I bought an Xbox in the first place. I had no desire to buy an Xbox at all. And then I started seeing people playing Halo 2 and having LAN parties and having so much fun. And then it made you want to actually go get high-speed internet so you could keep up with the competition. And the simple fact of racing to go get the sniper rifle or the sword was a big thing. And then realizing that you could also go grab the shotgun to try to counter the sword. I didn't know. There was so much stuff. My favorite weapon in Halo 2 was the BR rifle. Just hitting headshot after headshot. But yeah, Halo 2 is my choice. It hurts to say, but it has to move on. It has to make it to the second round.
Mr. Harday.
Oh, I have to vote?
Yep.
Yes, that's how this thing goes. People
Can't
vote.
Albert go?
Make a fight. Make a fight. I want to see this.
David made a very good argument about Halo 2. I haven't, I like, to be fair, like I didn't play a lot of Halo 2. But yeah, and Majora's Mask I really like that game. Like, I feel like Ocarina was better, but Majora's Mask had its own like unique story, and that it was really dark, and it kind of told essentially the tale of the 5 stages of grief and such. And I really like that about that game. But if we're going with like terms of like groundbreaking and like what it did for the world as a whole, Halo 2 gets that portion. Like what Mr. Maggard was saying, like the LAN parties, lots of good memories. Although I didn't get to have those, it was just seeing my friends enjoy Halo 2 as much as they did, and seeing the LAN parties and how into it they were. And so I'm gonna have to go with Halo 2 on this one.
I'm very surprised.
You made a compelling argument, sir.
You wanted to make my vote not matter. I like it.
No.
I'm guessing, Albert, you're choosing Halo 2 as well.
As much as I love all the memories that I have of Majora's Mask,
which are
seeing it, looking at it on the shelf, thinking, "Whoa," and then that's about it. I'm gonna go with Halo 2.
Wow. Halo 2. Clean sweep? Queen sweep? Cheese?
Yep. That's
I don't
it.
know what
That's
I'm
the
saying.
one.
I'm gonna cut that part.
You have the power.
That was awkward. All right, Halo 2 moves on without a question.
Hey, quick thing. Did y'all see the teaser for the Halo TV show?
I did. You know where I saw it at? The Tripolar Opinion Facebook page.
Oh, it's on there. Get all your latest updates on entertainment.
Also, the multiplayer dropped today for Halo Infinite, the beta.
That was very random and pretty cool. I haven't seen any gameplay of it though, so I can't make any judgments.
See,
have you, Mr. Hardy?
I have on TikTok anyways, and they're like 30 seconds into the new Halo, and it's like everyone getting onto the warthog, and then they dive off the cliff and they all die. So
all right. Well, we have a hit game Overwatch, or the hit game Overwatch, versus the not so hit Twisted Metal Black. I didn't even know there was a black version. Is there a white version?
nope.
Guess we'll find
Don't
out.
do that.
Nope.
Not all opinions are represented for the whole TV, though. So I just want to put that out there.
All metal lives matter.
Tesla.
God dang it.
Fight!
Taylor, you start on this one.
Alrighty then. So we have Overwatch and Twisted Metal Black, I played both. Overwatch has like pretty memorable characters that I really enjoyed. They kind of like Blizzard pulled out nowhere, just like this Pixar animated like film almost of these heroes and stuff. And it's like, oh, this is cool. Like I could get connected to these characters. Yeah. And then there's Twisted Metal Black, and having lots of fun memories playing with a old friend of mine, Alex, and such, and just like, and Kenny, and going over to their houses and then playing Twisted Metal Black with their family. And like even the family was getting involved playing this game, but it just destroying cars was very appealing. Like it was rather like the teenage age and stuff for me. So it's like, yeah, destruction. So my vote's going to go for Twisted Metal Black for the memories and such. Overwatch, like, yeah, it's got cool characters. To me, it's another FPS that is teamwork based, and the internet has shown me that teamwork just doesn't seem to work. So unless you just have a group of friends, but trying to have teamwork with random people on the internet is a disaster. So it's going to go to Twisted Metal Black.
All right. Yeah, I don't agree with that. As much as let me get this out of the way quick with Overwatch's developer. There's obviously issues there, and I don't want to support and condone any of that. But Overwatch as a game has honestly been one of the best games I've ever played. I understand the problems with it's the same problems with anytime you play online games. People are stupid. Some people don't want to play correctly. They don't want to play with the right characters. They don't know how to balance a team, all that different stuff. But like you said, the characters are really unique and interesting. The graphics are very well done. The balance of the characters was at some point really well done. The gameplay it is very FPS, but there's so many other elements that get added to it that make it a truly unique game that has gotten a lot of ripoffs ever since then to try and copy that formula, and has not been done well because honestly, Overwatch is in a league of its own, has its own league. Get it? It's a really good game. So my vote's on Overwatch.
I hate both of you. So, I got into Overwatch pretty late. With that being said, I still loved the game. It, when I played, unfortunately, with for Taylor's situation, I had a crew that we played all the time, and there's at least 4 of us, and I believe what is it, 5-on-5?
6, I believe.
6-on-6. Well, there are at least 4 of us that were able to participate together, and I always play Zenyatta because for me he was the easier character to be. That I didn't have to put too much pressure on healing people, but I can also attack at the same time. The overall teamwork of Overwatch for me, it was an amazing experience because if you go in, it's, I don't know, it's like playing football. Okay, you go in, you have a strategy, you do this stuff. If it doesn't work on the next round or the next set of rounds or whatever, like you switch your people or you switch your strategy or you do whatever. For the simple fact they have a deep roster and everything, Overwatch was amazing. Now we go over to Twisted Metal Black, which I feel doesn't get enough credit for what the game was. And this might be this might be an age thing. But to me, Twisted Metal Black was the original Battle Royale. Okay. You had your car versus everybody else's car trying to destroy each other and be the last one standing. I'm stuck. I'm stuck between the two because I'm going to go ahead and say it. Originally, Twisted Metal Black was my submission, but now I'm stuck because it's Overwatch, and I actually appreciate Overwatch. And I think I'm going to kick myself in the nuts, but I think Overwatch is going to get the nod by a small bit.
Can you record yourself kicking yourself in the nuts?
It's very possible. It's very possible. Josh, it's
he's doing it for the for the audio listeners.
My Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh. He is taking off his clothes right now and his balls sag so low. Oh my god. Oh wait,
and for a low price of $9.99, you can subscribe to our
Patreon. All right, well, Overwatch takes the cake. That's awesome. All right, cool. We got another online multiplayer FPS style Apex Legends versus Portal 2. You do.
I don't want to do this because Portal 2, from all that I've heard, is a fantastic game. It is one that stands the test of time of being one of the best games. However, I have unfortunately never played. Apex Legends I have played, and I do enjoy Apex Legends. I wish we could get back into it. We played for a little while, and then our crew stopped getting on to that. I don't know why we went back to Fortnite at some point. That was unfortunate. But seeing as it's the one that I've played, I will have to put my vote onto Apex Legends.
Same. I've never played Portal 2. I've seen lots of gameplay for it of, shooting Portal one way and then coming out the other and then putting yourself in an infinite loop and doing some crazy stuff. I've never played Portal 2. I played a crap ton out of Apex. I stopped playing after, I think the newest character they put out was that dude with the toxic. He's like, oh, toxic or something like that. I don't remember what his name is.
That far back?
Yeah, that was the last time I played. But I did play enough to where, God, what is that girl? The Shadow Girl? What is her name? I don't know, but I got her epic weapon and stuff like that on accident I don't want to say accident. I got a free loot box, and then I unlocked her dagger or whatnot, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's like 1.66.42222222226 chance of getting it." So yeah, I loved Apex for what it was. I just started playing COD more, and that's what happened with that. But unfortunately, Apex is probably going to get the nod for me because I've never played Portal 2.
Well, then I'll make this quick. Portal 2 was going to be my vote, but since you both haven't really played it, I'll at least try to, like, I guess, kind of explain for you guys and the fans too. I played both Portal 1 and 2, and the game is just like it's a short game. It's very puzzle oriented to try to solve with just two portals, like how to complete that room. But it's the dialogue that really makes the game, and so there's just a lot of humor, a lot of fourth wall breaking and such, and things that you would do in the game you wouldn't expect a game to react to, but they actually do and come back with like witty humor. It just makes it so good. And so that's why my vote was going to go for Portal 2, is for the dialogue and the gameplay too, because the puzzles are pretty challenging. So yep.
Quick question. Portal 2, is that just a PC? A PC game?
Yes, on Steam exclude. Oh well, no, I guess it's on console
No,
now, right?
It has always been on console. Because I played it on my Xbox 360.
That's weird. I've only seen it a couple times, and
I thought it came out on Steam
PC.
only.
No,
and then
I literally made my parents go to Best Buy after we came back from Mexico. I was like, "Mom, Portal 2 came out. I need to go buy Portal," because I love Portal. So yeah, it was on console.
I stand corrected.
I will say, because I don't know if it's going to come up later, everything along the lines of the orange box, I've never played.
Oof.
I know. It was one of those, because it was back in 2000, what, like mid 2000s, at a time when I didn't really have control of what games I was allowed to play. It never really made it into my hands, unfortunately. Probably would have loved it, but so it goes.
All right. Yeah, the Orange Box was a great introduction, at least for me, into the Valve world of games. Well, either way, the unfortunate part is that Portal 2 has lost this one. And Apex Legend moves on. All right. Next one, we'll make this one quick. Rockland versus Hollow Knight, because I don't know anything about either.
Real quick. Rockland?
I don't think that's Rockland.
This is what I was given, and I put it in there. So whoever put in Rockland as a game, that is the game that they have. Rockland versus Hollow Knight.
Real quick, let's correct that, because I'm like 99% positive that's not Rockland.
Yeah, no shit, dude. You typoed so fucking much, dude. Metal. This Twisted Metal was like Twisted Meat, and I was like, dude, it's Rock Band versus Hollow Knight.
Got it.
Right.
Yep. Because it's like, what's Rockland?
A good old Rockland.
Yeah.
Well, that changes my vote completely, because I was going Rockland all the way, but now I don't know. David, you got to start anyway. So.
I'm sorry. People are gonna hate me, but I've never played Hollow Knight, and I've had significant amount of memories with Rockland, the indie game. So great. They gave you drums to bang on sticks. They you speak into the microphone backwards, so like the plug in, not even through the microphone. No, I've had significant amount of memories with Rock Band when it first came out. I remember bringing that big ass box home, putting the drum stand together, putting the microphone together. I remember I tried challenging myself at one point in time to do either the drums and singing at the same time, or doing the guitar and singing at the same time. For a guy who's not into rock music and deeply loves like hip hop and rap, I loved playing Rock Band. I loved everything about it. And Rock Band's gonna get my vote. Plus, you could play with like so many of your friends. Someone could play bass. Someone could play guitar. Someone could play lead singer.
No one ever wanted to be lead singer.
I know that
scared
was.
You make fun of how they sing.
Yeah. That's like my poor friend Sean. Yeah, he would be our lead singer, but ooh, sorry, Sean.
He needs to know the truth, damn it.
He does. Yeah, same thing like about Rock Band and such is like it was a nice party game for your friends to come over and we could all play something. And what I like too is that you could change the difficulty for each instrument. So like you're not all stuck on easy and people are getting bored, but some people could be hard on the drums or someone could be easy on the guitar if they're new at it. And so it was just the singing part was the hardest part because no one wanted to do that portion. But there's a lot of fond memories of Rock Band, and I still got all the equipment. So if you guys ever want to play, hey.
Oh yeah, you need to set that baby up tonight. I'll be over
Yeah.
right after this.
And then I have played Hollow Knight, and I was very intrigued by that game. It it's a very dark story, and it doesn't say much, but so it leaves you with a lot of wonder because you're just like exploring through these places, and it's challenging because it's a platformer, and it's just like you're wanting to know more and you're wanting to explore more, and then some people's like text is just like this is confusing, but you want more, and I don't know how they managed to kind of like master that storytelling where it was so minimal and but like there's a lot like you want to know more about, and then you can do different like cutscenes and stuff to get different endings for the game. Oh man, I don't know which one to vote for. I like them both really equally. Yep. Just trying to look for a coin.
Oh god.
Whoa. At least wait till Albert votes in. If you're 100% not sure.
Wonderful. We'll do that. Thanks, Albert.
Wow.
Did he agree?
You gonna put that on me?
Did he agree?
How dare you?
We can do a Google coin flip for you, Taylor. That way we
Thank
can
you.
keep things fair. So I'll pull it up once Albert goes.
You trust Google?
More than
With my life.
I'm not gonna end it right now. I'm ending this man's whole career.
wait, are we doing this right now?
Flip the coin. I want to be able to take a round off if I need to.
That's an orange box.
Also, Taylor, which is which?
Oh, right. I guess heads will be the top one, and then tails will be Hollow Knight.
Man, you don't even remember.
It was a rock band.
The disrespect.
Hey, Rock Band's my vote.
Hey, my vote doesn't matter.
Woo.
By the way, I would pick Hollow Knight.
All right.
So let me ask you this, because
Yeah. Go ahead and ask me.
Well, both of you. What type of game is Hollow Knight? Is it like what's that other little game with like the little puppet that's running away from its puppet master? Is it like that? It's on Switch. It's like you're like a little puppet, and like it's like a really gruesome and dark thing where you're trying to like run away from like the puppet master, or like different like they go into a butcher shop and like the butcher's like cutting up little like puppets or whatever. It's like a really dark game. God, what is that game called?
No idea.
Well, let me tell you, Mr. Maggot, about Hollow Knight. Well, it's a platformer, similar to kind of like Mario a bit, where there are dangers on the ground, so like you have to be careful where you jump. But you do have a sword, or a nail, rather, is what it's called in the game, and you have to kill these creatures, and they charge up your soul, which soul is your health, and so you're constantly like killing things to get your soul back, so that way you can refill your health because you will get damaged. And then there's certain sections where you actually do boss fights, and you got to learn their patterns so you don't get hit. So similar to Mega Man, the old Samus games, Metroid games, yeah. Mm.
Alrighty then.
Alrighty then.
It sounds interesting.
Yeah, it is. It was free on the PlayStation Plus.
So you're telling me I should download it?
It was free.
God dang it!
It's not anymore.
Oh,
you missed it.
Yep.
Should have got it when it came around.
All right.
Also, don't forget to get the ones for this month. What is out this month?
Nothing good.
Okay.
Yes. I don't know if you want me to look that up or not, Albert. Did you want me to look it up?
No, we'll move on to that.
Okay. It's fine.
Okay.
I don't remember because it's probably boring. So.
Okay. All right. So we have Rock Land. Moving on.
Little Nightmares.
That's not a puppet though.
Oh, yeah,
I don't think
so.
It's a little girl.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Anywho, we've got a weird matchup. We've got Marvel versus Capcom 2 versus Modern Warfare, COD Modern Warfare, specifically the PS3 version. Fight.
It's not on me, is it? Please tell me it's not on me.
Nope, it's on Mr. Hardy.
Woohoo! Yeah. I've played quite a bit of Marvel versus Capcom 2. Everyone kind of knows how I feel about fighting games and such, so
why change the trend, right, Taylor?
Right, exactly. Why change the trend? Old faithful over here. But like, I do respect Marvel versus Capcom 2. I really enjoy games that mash up characters from other universes together. I think that's really great. The fighting in it seemed pretty solid and balanced to my knowledge. So yeah, it was just my own lack of ability for being good at the game. But Modern Warfare for like the PS3, like, to me, changed like how FPSs work and created this very unique formula of like leveling up your guns to 55 and then getting prestige to 55 and then like kind of resetting it all over again so you can get better badges to be like, oh look, I prestige 10 times, I'm so cool. And but just the way the game ran, it was so good. The graphics were amazing for its time, and it's, I don't know, I just felt really good playing that shooter game. It was very addicting, and it's like, especially when you're getting kill streaks, you're like, oh, I got 4 kills in a row, I can I could summon or it was 7 kills for the attack copter, and then you're messing people up, and or just creating your own gun loadouts to be better than another person and such. So I don't know, it set that new formula for how FPSs should go, in my opinion. So my vote's going to go for Modern Warfare for the PS3.
That's fair. It's on to me. It's on to me, sir. You never go after Taylor.
Never.
I almost said epilepsy. God dang it. I have amnesia.
Diabetic and amnesia.
I know, right?
Much respect to COD Modern Warfare. Absolutely. I feel like, because the Call of Duties before it were good games. They were really good games. But Modern Warfare really took it to a different level. And pretty much set up Call of Duty to be a staple of the video game landscape, for better or for worse, for decades. And so, like, absolute respect to Modern Warfare. It's a great game. But for my favoritest, Marvel versus Capcom 2, I have spent many an hour playing that game. It is a wonderful game to play. Was I good at it? No, I cheesed the shit out of it, but it was extremely fun. And yeah, it gets my vote. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So it'll be up to David to decide what goes forward.
Why have I been the deciding factor on 2 of them now? This is horse shit. Okay.
Quick question.
Me and Taylor don't have the same votes all the time.
Yeah. So what was your cheese team then, Mr. Albert? I'm very curious.
The main cheese, the big cheese, if you will, was Cable, obviously, because the dude, especially because I played it on PS2 all the time,
Yeah.
and you push, I believe it's triangle, and he would just shoot, and
Yep.
bow bow bow, bow bow bow, bow bow bow, and annoy the shit out of people. It was easy enough to beat if knew what you're doing, but cheese the shit out of people with that. Knock the health down, and then once I get my special move, I hit him with all three of my dudes, and boom, that dude's out of there.
My cheese team was also Cable, was the beginning one, Iron Man, because when you did like the ultimate ability, it was same for Cyclops too. Everything was just a giant effing laser at one point on the screen. And I really enjoyed that. But yes, that was my cheese team, just pow pow pow. So, anyways, we'll let Mr. Maggard vote now.
Oh God. So I'm just gonna keep this quick because everyone knows my stance on fighting games. It's Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Boo.
And I don't want to say that it straight out outbeats Modern Warfare or Call of Duty. Matter of fact, I give it this respect because, to be honest with you, I feel like Call of Duty Modern Warfare was the last time we had a straight up Modern Warfare game where we didn't have to nerf or buff or do anything to the weapons to try to make the game easier. It felt like all the weapons were somewhat just as good. Even shotguns were a little bit overpowered for the time. But yeah, I'm going Marvel vs. Capcom 2 just for the simple fact. I guess I am a fighting type style of guy. I love that one-on-one interaction. I love creating the teams, of characters, and I don't know. How could you pass up a timeless game like that? Also,
No one's gonna answer.
There's plenty more modern or Call of Duty games that have gotten better. So by each and every one. So
all right. So video game moves on. Let's do it. Ooh, this is a weird one. We have Ghosts of Tsushima versus. Ooh, why did that go there?
Versus Marvel versus Capcom 2 again?
Man, this bracket's broken. Ghosts of Tsushima versus StarCraft. Heedy.
So for me, to get things started, the simple answer is I've never played StarCraft. The long answer is Ghost of Tsushima is a fantastic game. What could have been a really boring way to go about like telling a samurai story honestly has a lot of character depth into it. It takes it's because it's one of the last games to come out on PS4 before PS5 dropped, even though it doesn't feel like we're in a new generation because PS5 ain't got barely anybody's got it. But Ghost of Tsushima was like one of the last ones to drop on the PS4. And it felt like the culmination of a lot of what the PS4 built with in terms of like very quality storytelling, excellent single player games that have very well done graphics, very well done mechanics and gameplay. Just a very great game, overall great game. And because of that, Ghost of Tsushima obviously gets my vote. But I feel like StarCraft definitely has its place. I'll give some respect to it. I understand StarCraft definitely. I am a big RTS fan. Unfortunately, I haven't put too many RTSs at the top of my list just because I haven't dived deep enough into it, but I do enjoy the genre, and so StarCraft definitely has some respect for me. But like I said, Ghost of Tsushima's got my vote.
I guess, or is it Mr. Baggard?
No, you know what? Go ahead.
No,
I'll let you go.
You go ahead because
no. I'll let you go. Go ahead.
We respect the order here, sir. We're going to David.
No. I want to hear Taylor out. Go ahead.
I've never played Ghost of Tsushima. However, I have heard that the game is really good, and it's been recommended to me several times that I should buy it so I could play it.
So you're picking StarCraft?
I am.
Okay, we'll make it easy. It's Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay.
Next one.
Okay, easy peasy.
Wow.
That's what you get. That's what you get when you put WoW in front of Final Fantasy VII, Taylor. I told you this would come back to get you. I told you. By the way, I haven't played either, so.
Oh. Alrighty then.
Huh. Well, my vote will be the deciding factor. I decided that, and it's Ghost of Tsushima. Yay!
Yay! Way to go,
Yay.
Josh.
Fantastic game. All right, so yeah, Ghost of Tsushima moves on. Ooh, we got another. We got another samurai style gameplay with Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, and Resident Evil. First one. Go for it.
It's on me. Okay, let's go. So when I feel like when Sekiro
Sekiro.
didn't it come out like right before Ghosts? Or around the same time at least?
It was close. I want to say Sekiro came out a year before Ghosts. Something around that.
But like the announcement for Ghost was probably about the same time it dropped, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
fact checked. March 22nd for Sekiro 2019. Ghost is excuse me.
Bless you. Oh God.
Let me start that over. Sorry, guys. So fact check. Ghost of Tsushima came out July 17th, 2020, and Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, came out March 22nd, 2019. So Sekiro came out first.
Okay. But I feel like when I heard of both these games, because I feel like they put out like a trailer or something at the time that Sekiro dropped of Ghost, saying that this was coming out, I was more intrigued with what's going on with Ghost. That being said, one of my first horror games was Resident Evil. And the amount of anxiety that I got and continued to keep playing that game, I think I have to go with Resident Evil. For me, it was a great game. The only thing it ever irritated me about about any of the Resident Evils from like the beginning, like Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 1, is the camera angles would irritate the shit out of me. For the simple fact you could be running down a hallway and then the camera angle would switch, and if you're still holding that direction, you could be running back through the hallway that you previously came from. So when you're trying to run away from like a big ass zombie or something and you're doing this, they could potentially screw you over. But I don't know. I think Resident Evil was a great game for its time. It had puzzle aspects. It had aspects for you to go searching for some stuff, figuring out passwords, whatever. And then it also had the little fun aspect of, oh, well, I need to conserve ammo and shoot these zombies and try to carry the story along. Plus, it had a decent story. It's had way better stories than any Resident Evil movie that's been out so far. I can't say for this new one yet, but I feel like the storylines in game were a lot better than they were put out on the big screen. So that's where I'm going to go with Resident Evil.
Yeah, haven't played either. I've watched like some Resident Evil games, I guess. So I guess I'll just see what Albert votes.
I haven't played either.
Oh.
It's pretty crazy, especially because I have Sekiro on my shelf. Anyway, I just never have gotten around to it. In terms, I'll explain why I make my vote. Sekiro, from what I've seen, what I've heard, it's very Dark Souls like, with super heavy difficulty, difficult bosses, difficult enemies. You have to strategize perfectly, kind of thing. It does change up the formula a little bit, but it's essentially along those lines, and is a very good game. The mechanics are very well done. The graphics are very well done. You get everything you expect out of a Dark Souls game, pretty much. When it comes to Resident Evil, it is the OG It's probably one of the more recognizable like early horror games. And the anxiety, like you said, a lot of the horror, the jump scares, and the things that came out of Resident Evil have pretty well stood the test of time. And so my vote would have to go to the one that feels longer lasting, and that would be Resident Evil. Sekiro, I props to it. It's, from what I hear, it's a very good game. I feel like it is one of a series of good games, though, where it just kind of follows in line with the Dark Souls formula. Where Resident Evil, I feel like, is the origin of really that kind of genre, and so really kind of steps out as its own thing. And like I said, definitely has lasted quite a long time. So Resident Evil gets my vote.
There we go.
Taylor, you just keep getting bailed out. Look at you.
I like it.
All right. We've got a winner, and that was
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
Hey, you guys are listening. Glad you guys are listening.
Someone's not listening.
Cool. All right, class, pay attention. We're moving on. Resident Evil is the wiener. Cool. Next one. We have a real good one. We have GTA San Andreas for my fellow Spanish speakers out there, and Super Mario Odyssey, or for my Italians out there, Super Mario Odyssey.
That's a good Chris Pratt impression right there.
Dang it.
Yes. Taylor.
Yep. Yeah. I guess I'll make this quick. Haven't played a GTA game, so we're gonna have to go with Super Mario Odyssey. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Poor Mr. Baggard.
He's so upset already.
I know he is.
He just from that one vote, it doesn't even matter where I go. He's already upset.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll make this quick. I've never played a GTA game, so it's Super Mario Odyssey.
Go to the next slide. Go to the next slide.
Seriously?
Oh God.
No, I'm sorry. I'm on your side, David. I know. Seriously, like, these idiots have not played San Andreas.
I'm just saying, like, if there was a GTA game to play,
Sheesh.
it would definitely be San Andreas.
Mm-hmm.
Just for all the customization, the storyline was so deep. Oh my God. Oh my God. Fuck, it feels sick right now. I'm frazzled. You know, I don't like to use that word, but I'm frazzled right now.
My favorite part, the one that has the deepest lore, is the what is it, the black coffee mod, a dark coffee mod?
Yeah.
That is the pinnacle of storytelling.
But David, Mario's hat has eyes now. And so, and it could go on other things, and then Mario becomes it. Like, you ever want to be a Goomba?
So
you could be a Goomba.
You're telling me you picked a game that's unfinished, that has multiple Super Marios, that keeps coming out throughout the years. It goes from an Odyssey to a party to freaking paper. What kind of shit is it? To carts?
Look, man, Mario has a good time. He likes to do a lot of things.
Just next slide, Josh. I'm so upset. I'm gonna cry.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm crying too. All right. Well, Mario moves on. All right, we got some heavy hitters here. We got Metal Gear Solid. This one came out originally on the PS2 or PS1. And then The Last of Us, another Sorry, I had to restart my brain. The Last of Us, another PS. Wow, that is tripping me up. PlayStation game. Go, Albert, start arguing.
Okay. I know that David's going to have a lot to say about both these games, so I'll make my decision quick. Never played Metal Gear Solid. It's The Last of Us.
Oh my God. So, you know what the bad thing is like, I guess you could say, I don't know, maybe it's just me, that The Last of Us could piggyback off of Metal Gear just for the simple fact of the tactical espionage that's in both the games. Okay. Metal Gear obviously is the one who originally did it. I don't know, Last of Us, I don't want to say perfected it, but it was pretty damn good. It's pretty good. But I would kick myself also if I kicked off Metal Gear. And I don't, you know what? Taylor's getting off again because I think people understand how much I love The Last of Us. And I love Metal Gear as well. You know, the simple the boss fights, you know, with Sniper Wolf and Mantis. I don't know if you ever got the Metal Gear with with GameCube, and like he'd like read your memory card. He'd be like, "Oh, you've been playing Super Mario Odyssey, such a shitty game." and then he would like say stuff back to you or whatever. But the nod's going to Last of Us. I think everyone knows that I love The Last of Us. I kick myself every time because I have The Last of Us 2 on my shelf sitting there currently right now, and I haven't played it, or at least haven't followed through with beating it. But yeah, Taylor, your vote doesn't even matter. It's all right. Do you not want to say anything?
Oh, I thought my vote didn't matter. So
I thought he froze.
No.
He was very still.
I'm perfecting my art of freezing. Anyways, my vote would have been for Metal Gear Solid.
It hurt. I'm upset in this world where, oh God, why these two, Josh? Why put these two together?
Bro, fuck if I know. I just put a thing in a thing and a
WoW was in the second round instead of Metal Gear.
All right. Well, The Last of Us is our winner. Great choice, boys. Fantastic game. Last of Us 2, even better. Another PlayStation game. We have Shadow of the Colossus versus the amazing, the wonderful Fortnite. David?
You've got to be fucking kidding me. All right. I haven't even played Shadow of Colossus, but I despise Fortnite so much. My kids love the game, but I despise this. You know, when it first came out, it was a decent game. You know, you only really built to like protect yourself. And now you got these kids just holding left with the sensitivity at the highest and just hitting build. What the fuck strategy is that? What kind of game is this? And then before all this controversy happened with Travis Scott, you held a Travis Scott concert on the damn game. Okay. Wait. Freaking, if anyone calls a cash grab, here it is. This is the model for just sucking cash out of adults' pockets, because my kids come to me every day. You can't get Fortnite bucks. Can't get Fortnite. There's a new skin. You know, I buy one skin a month, and I barely pay for it. I have to buy these kids skins every other week. The only thing I've actually caught a break because two out of 4 of my kids' Switch is not working right now. It's Shadow Colossus. Stupid Fortnite.
So there'll probably be some hate, but I've never played Shadow Colossus before. I have played Fortnite, but the building ruined the game for me. If they would have just, I don't know, like slowed down the ability of people able to just, I've seen it where they jump up to the sky and spin their mouse on high sensitivity and they're completely built up into a tower. And it's like, why did they think this is a great idea? This is perfectly balanced. Because there's been so many times I was this close to killing someone and then they were just like, I'm just going to build a bunch of buildings with no limit, easy peasy. And it's like, oh, well, guess they got away. That's fun. So anyways, even though I haven't played the game, it's going to be Shadow of Colossus as my vote.
I know we're not supposed to let people know, but I'm gonna let y'all know. I put Fortnite on there.
You son of a bitch.
Specifically because I wanted this. I wanted this argument. I wanted us to discuss how disgusting Fortnite is. And I will admit, I was deep into Fortnite for a while. And it got bad. It got overrun by kids. They started doing very clear cash grab shit where it's just like, look, we got Marvel, we got Star Wars, we've got fucking concerts. You can watch movies in the middle of the game. It's so dumb. I hate that, like, what was originally praised as this like perfect model of how to do a free to play game became nothing but a cash grab, doing everything they can to make money. It's horrible. And I'm glad we are fully trashing on this. Also, it gives me the opportunity to say, y'all play Shadow of the Colossus, please, before we get to the next round, so that we can have a good argument on that. Because I don't want it to lose just purely because both of you have not played it.
It is downloaded in my game library on the PS5. I just haven't played it.
I was about to say, isn't it one of the free games?
Yeah.
If you're a PS5 owner, you get it free with PS Plus.
Yeah. I think we talked about this before. It's on my list of I need to play games, but then again, I have tons of stuff. So
I think our goal, if we can, is before we get to the round of 16 or 32, I guess is the next one. We look at the games and try to play at least one of them, even if it's just like 10 minutes, just so that we can have more of an argument. Because, as you know, the first round we can knock out some stuff because we haven't played, kind of thing. But once we get deeper in, we know what games are on here. Let's try and make it a fair fight, so we don't get David getting ruined every round.
oh god, so upsetting. It's just so upsetting. I expect it. It's just like the Falcons losing every game that I want them to win. So
All right, boys. So Fortnite is moving on. Yay! Fortnite. We like Fortnite. Only joking.
real quick,
got-
Josh, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you scroll back up? I think I missed the previous matchup.
Got The Last of Us and
That's what
Metal
it
Gear
is.
Solid.
Got it. Thank you,
Josh,
sir.
can you do me a favor? Can you move Metal Gear Solid where Fortnite is, so we can make this easier?
No. All right. So next up we have Kingdom Rush. I'm not familiar with this one. Versus
Ooh.
Animal Crossing New Horizon.
Ooh.
Very familiar with this one. All right, and Tay, you are up. Okay, Kay?
Okay, Kay. Where do I begin? We'll start, I guess, with Animal Crossing New Horizon. Super excited when this game came out because the pandemic had just started, and like it was just the perfect game to get you through the quarantine life where everyone couldn't go outside except buy copious amounts of toilet paper. So yeah, Animal Crossing was great. I don't know if they really added anything groundbreaking in this game, but it's the same Animal Crossing formula we've all known and loved. So moving on to Kingdom Rush, it's a mobile game. It is currently free to play. Before you had to purchase it, but it what the company's called Ironhide Games, and they make really great like tower defense games, and you just pay a one-time fee for the game. You get pretty much everything, and that's it. Like you just play this really well balanced like tower defense game, and there's humor in the game, like building the towers. They each have little sayings that they say, and they're relevant to memes in the past, and then like moving forward they have more relevant memes. But yeah, it's just a really solid tower defense game. Can play it offline. You don't need to be connected online. No ads or anything. So I don't know. But is it better than Animal Crossing is the question.
No.
What?
I said no.
Interference. I'll probably go with Animal Crossing. But Kingdom Rush deserves some respect.
I appreciate the addition of a mobile game that is quite unique, quite different. I've played neither of these. David, do you have an opinion?
I do.
Go ahead.
It's hands down Animal Crossing, for the simple fact that it got people that didn't know how to play Animal Crossing playing Animal Crossing, like Taylor said, during the pandemic. And lots of people wanted to make their own houses and do their own things. And you'd literally get lost in hours and hours of just trying to get one specific thing on your island. And then wouldn't realize that, oh, hey, I'm done with my end of my work shift because I was working at home, but really playing Animal Crossing. But yeah, it has to be Animal Crossing. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the first time Animal Crossing was on a Game Boy, or I'm sorry, on the mobile, Nintendo Mobile.
No.
What are you asking?
Well, were they all on mobile? I didn't know, but I just felt like, well, I mean, this one to me it seemed easier to like go to other people's islands and stuff like that. I don't know. I remember like the original Animal Crossing. I couldn't get anybody to come help me, and it was just
There's a DS version, Wild World, and the 3DS version, New Leaf.
I was also gonna say I don't know how much you can really count Switch as mobile. Like it is mobile, obviously, but like it has all the aspects of being just like a regular console. So it's kind of hard to say like it's at the equivalent of a DS or something like that. It's pretty hefty.
I guess that makes sense. All I know is that I remember during the pandemic, I put out a help wanted ad for like, hey, I need some rocks or some ore or something like that, and then like tons of people responded like, oh, give me your freaking island code. I'll come over there, drop some stuff off for you, check out what you have. And I'm like, I just started, so don't get mad. Like, oh, don't worry, and then just drop me a whole bunch of random stuff, and I'm like, that was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my vote's Animal Crossing. AC and H.
Kurt, thoughts?
I mean, my thoughts don't matter, but also I've played neither, so it's fine. ACNH goes forward.
Okay. Yeah, good choice. Good choice. Yep. Yep. All right, next one. We've got two games I've never played or heard of.
Oh, no.
Excuse me. We have Time Crisis 2 versus Gauntlet Legends Dark Legacy. Wow, that was a mouthful. All right, who's taking it off? I lost count. I think it's Mr. Albert.
It is. Wow, did we walk into an arcade? What's happening?
Mhm.
Wow, this is tough. Time Crisis I've always really enjoyed, though Time Crisis 4 is the one that sticks in my head just because I've played it so often. It was so many places, but Time Crisis 2 I definitely remember playing, and it was a great game. But Gauntlet Legends Dark Legacy is, ooh, wow. I'm gonna go Gauntlet. We're running with Gauntlet on this one. I feel like that was a game. While Time Crisis was really fun, it was a really good game. Gauntlet was one like I was really excited to play when I had the chance to. So that's my vote on this one.
This is tough. I know, even though Josh says two games that he's never heard of, I have played Time Crisis 2, obviously, in the arcade. Gauntlet Legends Dark Legacy, the first time I played that was actually on Nintendo 64. And playing it where you could have 4 people was such an amazing event. Like, I don't know about you guys, but my starter guy, the first guy I always picked was the little clown, the little Joker dude. Loved that guy. but I have so much memories with Time Crisis 2. Oh god, it hurts because I appreciate both these games, and they do two totally different things. But I think I have to go Time Crisis 2. And I'm not even mad at this point at what Taylor chooses for whatever goes on, but I don't know. Time Crisis 2 just had that aspect of, the pedal command system. You step on it, you're able to look out so you can shoot bad guys, and then you let go to reload your weapon, and then you also don't get hit, and then you come back out. But you had to do it in a time, obviously, because it's called Time Crisis. I don't know. Just the aspect of that game was great. And I think if I'm staying corrected, Time Crisis 2, you were actually able to play 2 players too. So
Yes.
2 of your guys would be able, well, in like the motion or whatever, they'd be in 2 separate spots of the same scene. And so like you'd be shooting up. I don't know. Both these games are really good for me. And I'm really upset that one of them has to go.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely lots of fond memories with Time Crisis 2, just because it was at the bowling alley we worked at and stuff, and just on our lunch break using that card to play the game and such, and actually getting to beat it because you had enough credits too over there. But yeah, Time Crisis 2 was a lot of fun because like David was mentioning, you get to push the pedal and such, and like you gotta find that nice balance of hiding from the bullets to shooting the enemies, because you can't just hide forever, otherwise you will lose. But yeah, and then there's Gauntlet Legends Dark Legacy, and I remember like spending the night over at my friend's house, and then all 4 of us just waking up and playing Gauntlet Dark Legacy. And or you've noticed like a friend is still awake playing, and they're like purposely leveling up to get past everyone. That's like supposed to stay the same level. But yeah, I think because of how much you get for the game, I'm going to go with Gauntlet Legends Dark Legacy. Again, having 4 players on the 64 was fantastic. It's a great game to play with all your friends. It was a lot of fun. Tons of monsters to kill. Leveling up your ultimate abilities and stuff to make yourself like super powerful was a lot of fun. So, yeah, I think Gauntlet is going to be my vote.
One thing I do want to point out, because David, you said you played Gauntlet before, correct?
Yes.
And you were asking last episode what Diablo is like. I think Gauntlet.
Same premise.
That's fair. I agree with that.
So are we all jumping on Diablo? Because can you play Diablo 4 players?
Yeah, you could play Diablo a lot. I mean, are we hopping on Diablo? Is that our next game?
Well,
we're a little behind on the times, but yeah.
I have to ask the missus. I'm currently not trying to spend any of my own money right now, so.
All right, boys, we have the Gauntlet. Moving on. All right. 2 very, very similar, almost the exact same games. Half-Life 2 versus Left 4 Dead 2. David, you know what to do.
I do, and I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this, but it's Left 4 Dead 2. I've never played Half-Life 2, and I've heard it's a great game, but I've had so many great memories with Left 4 Dead 2 that it actually had me seeking out the last game that I've recently bought, which is Back 4 Blood, which hopefully we can all get on together since we all 3 own the game. Looking at you, Mr. Hardy.
All 4.
Well, Brother Gabe has to get a PS. Well, you know what? He just needs to get the game.
No,
he just needs
all
to get the
4 is in the 4 of us here right now.
Oh, Josh has it?
Yes.
Oh.
I am so sorry. Then why are we not playing? You know what, Brother Gabe? We're taking a couple weeks off of playing Call of Duty. So, yeah.
It's his fault. He could have joined us, but he took too long.
Yeah, I love the Left 4 Dead series. I actively seeked out the second one. Thought the second one was greatly better than the first one. I'm gonna have to go Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat as Mr. Maggard. I haven't played Half-Life, or I guess technically I did for just a little bit, but it didn't hold my interest in the when I was playing it. But Left 4 Dead 2 was really nice. It's like my college professor was playing at the time, and a couple of our classmates were all playing, so we were all like playing with each other, which was just a lot of fun. And the dialogue in that game is pretty good too, just because they're pretty funny. Like they're like, "Oh crap, a witch," or like, you accidentally shoot them and they're cussing at you and such. And I don't know. I really liked that game. It was a lot of fun. Uh, there was a lot of anxiety of when you're getting near a witch and you can hear her, and just trying to make sure you don't wake up the witch, because that was terrifying as hell. So yeah, my vote is going to be Left 4 Dead 2.
And my vote doesn't matter.
Well,
Also, all of you at home, because I know Half-Life 2 is definitely on folks' lists at the very least in the top 5, if not the best. No disrespect to Half-Life 2, I just haven't played it. Like I said, everything out of that orange box, that a lot of Valve I have not played. So it's I apologize. I would try and fight for it if it mattered.
I'm gonna fight for it. And you know what? Since I'm in charge of this bracket, Left 4 Dead loses. I love Half-Life. It's such a great game.
Now, were you being sarcastic in the fact saying that they're the same game, or is it really like?
They are based off of the same engine, so they share a lot of the same textures, models, gameplay. They're literally the same game. Yeah. I mean, kind of. It's. I mean, I'm overstretching it or overstating it, but yes.
Got it.
All right. Left 4 Dead, unfortunately, stays alive here. All right. We got another weird one. We got the classic Super Mario for the 64 and Shadow of Mordor's Taylor?
Yeah. I already know Brother Gabe's gonna be angry.
Oh, Brother Gabe.
Brother Gabe. I haven't played Shadow of Mordor. Was that on the PS2? 4? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, so I don't know much about it. Yeah, but Super Mario 64 was like the first game I got for the N64 as like a Christmas present. And yeah, just it was really like awesome. Just being able to, I don't know, like the getting to explore different picture paintings essentially, and it's just this huge world, and that was like big for its time. And then trying to find all the secrets to collect all the stars of that level so you can get to progress further and such. And then I don't know, I just Super Mario holds like a really soft spot in my heart for that game. So my vote's gonna go for Super Mario 64.
It's a fair vote. I will try to keep things a bit more interesting, purely to make David make the final vote. So my vote's for Shadow of Mordor, to actually make my argument for that, because Super Mario 64, great game, absolutely legendary game. That certainly has a lot of replayability to it. Shadow of Mordor, I greatly enjoyed, because it falls in lines with a lot of the games that I really like, which it has very similar fight system to that of like the Arkham series, as well as a lot of the like parkour type of deal of the Assassin's Creed games. And the one thing that I really liked about it was the introduction of, I don't know if you guys heard of the Nemesis system. It hasn't been in too much because I forget what, I think it's WB Montreal or whatever, copyrighted it, so they're the only ones who can use it right now. But from the way that it works is that the AI, because you run into different orcs while you're running through the game, if you one of them kills you, or if you don't kill it, or because you can humiliate different orcs or things like that, they will remember you, and you can see them later on into the game, and you can, they will be like, I remember you, and they're stronger now, and they remember some of your fighting moves, they remember some of your techniques, things that you bring into the game, so you have to fight them differently. I remember one time there was a dude who I killed, and he came back. I remember when it was one of those times when you were like pushing super hard, because he's like, I could kill everybody, because it's very hack and slashy a bit. And I just get shot by a random archer and I die. And the archer is like, haha, I killed you. And he gets moved up to a captain. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I don't like that. I'm going to go kill him. Go out there, slaughter the dude. He comes back later and he's like missing an eye. And like, I remember you now. And now he's got fire arrows and a crossbow. Like, oh shit. And then I beat him again. It's like, I remember you now. And now I can counter all of your attacks. And I can block you. And I can still shoot my fire arrows. And now they explode. It's like, holy fuck, what the shit's going on? It was a really cool system. That they went further with it in Shadow of War. The one thing I don't like about Shadow of War is they introduced some loot boxes into there, which kind of messed it up a bit. But the system itself, the Nemesis system, is such a cool system to include in a game that makes it feel so much more special when you run into these computers, because they remember you and they come back, and it becomes this whole thing that you experience throughout the whole game. That's not even the main story. It's fun. It's really fun. So that's why my vote's Shadow of Mordor.
That Nemesis system sounds pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah, gonna make this quick. I didn't care for Super Mario 64. I was more of a Donkey Kong guy on 64. And I haven't played Shadow of Mordor, but I am convinced. So Shadow of Mordor.
Wow.
Told you, Mario's too many places. I don't need to do the same shit over and over again. Just this little freaking fat red guy in some overalls going ha 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 bloop 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 ha 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 ha. Okay.
What Mario game have you been playing, dude?
I don't know. I'm concerned.
What the fuck?
That was me eating a mushroom, by the way, if you didn't know.
Whew. All right.
We can go to the next slide.
Wait, are we done?
Yeah. It was Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, Shadow of Mordor moved on.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the conclusion of our bracket for today. Shadow of Mordor. Yeah,
Wait,
that's
are you sure there's not one more?
I am positive. Let me zoom out at this point, because I mean we've gone through all of them.
Yeah.
That is the wrong button. Yep. We have over here on the right side.
Oh, I missed one. That's what happened. Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our bracket.
Wait a minute.
Again.
No,
What? God damn it. What the fuck, bro?
Do me a favor.
What?
Go to the bottom right corner.
Bottom right. Oh, why is it Ghost of Tsushima? What's happening?
Because you're on the first page. It's the second page that had the other.
This document is such a weird one.
Yeah, why would you do a PDF, man?
I'm telling you, the bracket sites are horrible, and this is the best that I can do. So page 2, and it just jumps. It. Where are we? There we go. Okay, Super Mario 64, Shadow of Mordor, right there. Page 2.
This is weird. I feel like I missed one. Okay. I guess
we'll figure it out after. Yeah, we're not going to deal with this during a podcast.
No, we do it how I want to do it.
Everybody gets to hear us argue.
I'm Big Daddy.
That's
Bro, I want to go to sleep. I want to go to sleep.
Me too.
I guess we were on the last one, you guys.
Yep.
Sorry for Josh's outburst. He might not be here for the next one. I mean, we don't even need him anymore, right? We've gone through all of them.
Oh, you need to finish the bracket, sir.
Oh, well, the bad part about this, Josh, is we forgot to tell you this, but the part 3 of this bracket is going to be done live. on Facebook. So if you guys want to check out the remaining of this bracket, look out for us. We'll put up an event post somewhere on our Facebook channel, and we'll do this live. It might not be next week. It might not be the week after that, because obviously Thanksgiving and stuff is coming up. Everyone needs to get prepared for some stuff. But we will have this finishing episode, part 2 of the greatest, most favoritest game ever, according to TPO. With that being said, anything else? Do you guys want to say anything else? How do you like the bracket so far? I'm highly upset with a lot of this stuff.
I love it. It's so chaotic.
It's the best thing I've ever seen. Although I wish Fortnite would have gotten through.
Oh, yeah, God. That was a shame.
I hate all of you. Anyways, we appreciate your time listening to us babble on about all this stuff. Josh, we appreciate you helping us out with this bracket. Hopefully you'll join us for the last part live so we can see your pretty face.
Oh.
Matter of fact, we might interview
you. Oh, are you asking?
Yeah, I'm asking.
Oh. Fortnite should have gone farther.
This is awkward. This is like we just proposed and he's like,
Yikes.
Can we talk?
Yeah. Like, hey, can we not do this right now? Like, I'm just kidding. I would love to.
We appreciate that, Josh. Well then, to all of our listeners, thanks for bearing with us. We appreciate you all. And until next time, I'm David Macker. That's Albert DeGaldo.
Hey.
There's Taylor Hardy.
Hello.
And
goodbye.
Our gracious time, Josh the sound guy.
Gracious time.
See you later, everyone.
All right. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Oh.